We're now going to preview the women's basketball team, and I'm joined with the head coach, Alicia Mosley. Coach, always a pleasure to work with you, and looking forward to following you guys throughout the season. Let's keep it general first. Talk about how preseason practices have been going, and what have you seen from the team?
All right. Well, thanks for having us. We're having me today. And preseason practice has been going great. So we have a lot of credit for our training staff. So Johnny Jenkins and his staff for getting our kids in shape, getting them stronger for the year. Our practices have been really intense, great competition, and it's just a lot of excitement for the new season. Yeah. You know, we had a lot of returners coming back, and we've had some newbies who have added some increased level of athleticism to our program. And also I added a new assistant coach this year, Coach Oscom, came from Pace University, and she's actually added a dimension of player development into our practice styles this year.
And she graduated last year, right?
Correct.
Okay, just making so a good young coach bring some experience in. Speaking of experience, 12 returning players, like you noted. Obviously, that's a good thing. What kind of benefit does that give you guys this year?
You know, it's great having the leadership of the returners. We had a lot of freshmen who contributed a lot last year, and all of them have showed, you know, different kind of leadership styles and added excitement to our program. Yeah. You know, with that being said, you know, with the newcomers, the returning players, we're looking to be a lot deeper this year. So I think we could go about 10 to 12 deep this year. And we have a balanced attack. So that's going to be different than years previously when we were relying on one person. I think it's going to be hard to stop one person on our team this year. There'll be a different person showing up every game.
That's good to hear. A nice balanced offensive attack. So let's focus on the style of play. What kind of style can fans expect to see from you guys this year?
Well, we're hoping to bring a lot of excitement for the fans. Because that we're looking to go 10 to 12 deep, that means we have a lot of depth. Yeah. So we're going to look to press. We're going to look to press more than we've ever done before and try to put pressure on teams and then cause turnovers and play a more up-tempo style. We want to push on every possession and try to get more shot attempts to get our numbers up for points per game. So that's how we're going to play. We hope it's going to be fun and exciting for the fans to watch. It's fun to play, so we think that's going to be a great new addition.
Oh, yeah, pressing's always, like, I don't know, definitely brings a different dimension to a game. So one more question, then I'll let you go. What are your goals and expectations going into this year?
Well, we have a lot of little goals that will lead to our big goals. So one of our goals is to increase our point production. Last year we were under 60 points a game. We're going to try, when we increase our tempo and try to be up pace, we'll get more shot attempts and hopefully get up to the 60s. With that being said, we want to increase our offensive output. We've got to decrease points that we allow per game. So our defense got to get better. We've got to shorten our rebounding margin, and that'll help us. Hopefully more points, give up less points. Yeah. And then if we do that, you know, out of conference, we want to win our out of conference games. So we want to have a greater percentage of wins for out of conference games. That'll help us to get to our goal of being over 500 this year. If we do all those things, then we have a chance to be in the top 5 of the Centennial Conference, and that's always our overall goal, to make it to the tournament.
All right, Coach. Thanks a lot for joining us, and we look forward to working with you guys this year.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. We're now with 2 sophomores, Cassidy Quattro and Caitlin Clark. Guys, thanks for coming down. Always appreciate it. It's fun covering you guys, and we're looking forward to the season. We have a couple questions for both of you guys, and we can just work our way down. The first one is, what you guys learned most from your freshman seasons?
Hi, I learned most dealing with the physicality of the post players. Like in high school, none of the posts were ever that big or strong, and so I had to learn how to work hard and play against bigger, stronger, faster post players.
I'd say I learned most to adapt to the 30-second shot clock. It's a lot faster game and a faster tempo, so I think that was a big change, and finally got used to it, and yeah.
All right, so if you guys look back to your freshman year to now, what do you think you guys learned most, and how do you guys feel you guys have developed as players or even just like student athletes?
Definitely, I think the biggest development in myself and as my game has developed is lifting. I think that's made a huge difference in my strength and speed as an overall player, and that was something that I rarely did or hardly did in my high school program, so I think that helped all of us as players.
I think one thing I developed is to realize how important it is to be vocal, and especially being the point guard, communicating with your team and calling out the plays and making sure everyone's on the same page, and even off the court too, making sure we have good chemistry and always communicating with each other. And I'd also agree with Cassidy getting stronger too on the off season.
All right, guys. Anything else you want to say for the season, or you think we covered it all?
Just very excited.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot, and good luck this year.
Thank you.
Now with seniors Bryn Browse and Gabby Winsky. Guys, always a pleasure. Thanks for coming down and joining us. We'll work our way down. We'll start with Bryn. So when you look, obviously you guys are seniors and you're in a leadership position. How do you guys look to lead the team?
Well, I would say that I like to lead the team by example and in a positive way. When we're on the sidelines, we're constantly cheering for each other and encouraging each other. And then on the court, we're constantly helping each other on defense, calling out offensive plays and stuff. And then we also like to keep each other accountable. So focus on the details, cut down on turnovers, cut down on missed layups, and cut down on fouls. So, yeah.
Yeah, we can swap.
To lead the team this year, I think we're looking to really, in addition to holding people accountable, really kind of just being encouraging and keep that positive attitude. You know, we kind of have a long preseason, so it's kind of easy to kind of get down sometimes, but kind of just be that positive vocal leader, always encourage people to do their best, push each other, keep the intensity high, and yeah.
All right, so again, last year for you guys, the final college season. It's crazy to think about. How do you guys want to go out? Ideally, when you at the end of the season, how do you guys want to finish?
We definitely want to finish on a high note. It's going to be hopefully a lot of wins, a lot of fun, and a lot of memories. We have a Christmas tournament this year in Florida, which will be a lot of fun. So it's going to be a great experience. But yeah, definitely on a high note, and hopefully maybe a Centennial Conference tournament.
Yeah, I think Bryn really hit the nail on the head. I think definitely going out on a high note would be great. If we could be a top 5 team in the conference, kind of break that 500 threshold, make it to playoffs, I think that would be a really great goal for us. I mean, we have a lot of potential this year. We have a lot of new players and returned most of the team. So I think that it's a realistic goal that we could definitely have for our senior season.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us, and good luck this season.
Thank you.
Yep.